all right, y'all, let me get into this. Okay, y'all coming in, let me get into it. Because, people on YouTube be like, hurry up. Spill the tea, sis. You take it too long. And guess what? Guess who is joining me? I have my celebrity divorce family attorney in the house, Onyema Farrey.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Okay. Let me tell you, this is the first time I've ever gone live.
Really?
Yes. It is so cool to see what happens, I guess, backstage. I don't know what you call it. So it felt like I was coming on stage. So I'm backstage like, okay, I'm ready.
Yes. Hey, I'm so glad you are here. So yes. So the chat, let me introduce her. This is Onyema Farrey. She has her own law firm in Atlanta, Georgia. She is a family law attorney. How long you been practicing now?
This is going to make it 15 years.
15 years. Okay, so this is an OG in the family law game. All right, y'all. So this is going to be amazing. So she got all the tea. She has represented, as I told you all early, Offset. Him and Cardi B are going through a divorce now. Simon, how you pronounce Simon's last name? Is it Guadabe?
It's Guabadia.
Guabadia. Okay, let me get that right. So Simon Guabadia, she's representing him. He is currently going through a divorce for Portia Williams from the Real Housewives. She also has represented AJ Terrell from the Falcons. She's represented some people I can't mention. She's represented some other NFL players. B.O.B. Who else, girl, that we can talk about? Because, I don't want to.
Way back in the day, Apollo.
Oh, yeah, Apollo Nida, when his divorce from Phaedra. Yeah. So
a lot of people don't know that.
So look, we in Atlanta, Georgia, Black Girl Magic. It's a lot of amazing attorneys in Atlanta. And as soon as this kind of story came out and everybody was chatting this week about it, I texted her and I was like, wait a minute. Is that even possible? And I was like, you know what, matter of fact, come on a show with me Friday night so we can talk about it. So y'all give shout out to Attorney Farrey, put her name in the chat, and we about to get into it. Girl, you came just in time because I got all the docs.
Okay, yes. Let me tell you, I had already heard all the drama and everything going on because people always send me information like that, right? Because they know I'm on Instagram, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, people know what I do. So I'm always getting news in my DMs. And so when I was seeing the news, I'm like, lump sum up front, 18 years. I'm like, okay, that doesn't really make sense. But then when you sent me the documents today, I said, no. I said, I have not heard any of those details regarding what mom did. And I know we're going to go through them.
Yeah.
Because I certainly have an opinion. But just to, add a little bit more details to those that are watching. As Tiffany mentioned, my name is Onyema Farrey. I've been doing this for 15 years. I do exclusively family law. So I handle all the juicy details and cases. So that includes your divorce, your child support, custody. I represent a lot of fathers because in Georgia, it's very difficult for fathers to automatically have custody. They have to, file a petition with the court to establish them as a father. And we're going to talk about that too with Anthony. So I handle a lot of cases regarding that. My niche has kind of carved around fathers. I do represent mothers too, but I tell people I always love representing the underdogs because I can represent mamas in my sleep. I can get them custody, child support, whatever you want. I got you because the way that the laws are structured in Georgia is just, it really just kind of makes it easy for a mom to step into court and get what she's asking for, right? So I like a challenge, and representing men really gives me a challenge, and it really helps me empower fathers because a lot of fathers, they feel like, oh man, the court system is against me, or the mama's going to get custody, or I'm going to get hit over the head with child support. So a lot of times they don't fight; they just lay down and take it. I.e., Anthony, it doesn't look like he's fighting the child support. They don't fight. They just go with it. They give up. They don't try to get custody. They don't try to get parenting time. They don't try to get fair child support. And let me tell you, that's why I'm here, to make sure these daddies are getting their fair shake in court. So that's what a lot of people know me for. So I've been doing this, as I mentioned, 15 years. I love it. It is a lot of drama. But I enjoy it. I think every day it's always something different, and that's what keeps me involved. That's what keeps me excited. And then the cherry on top is when the children, benefit from it too, right? Because that's why we're doing it, is for the children. So but anyway, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be spending this Friday night with you, because this is some good tea to get into. Thanks for having me.
Yes, girl. When I was digging through the documents, I was like, okay, so because the case is pending in Georgia and California. The Georgia docs was kind of, they were a little dry, but them California documents, that's what he was.
Let me tell you, I was surprised at all the details in those documents. I mean, down to all the women that he was with and how he met them and what he did and how he paid them off, and then her staying in a back house and renting a room, and some random person saying, "Oh yeah, she lived here," but it's a lot. And so I don't know if it's because California is, like the celebrity state. And that's where people like the media and, the public, they go to get their documents and details. So it may be because attorneys are trying to posture the case, like trying to tell their client's side through the documents. So I really think that's what it was. That's why they put all those dirty details in there, because they're like, okay, look, we can't come on the Fit Lawyer Live and talk about our client's case, but what we're going to do is we're going to put these details in these documents and these public records, so that way y'all can read it from there. So
exactly, and that's exactly what's happening, because a lot of blogging over court cases and everything has really picked up recently. People are really interested in what's going on. So even up with the Diddy case, even with Cassie's lawsuit, we saw it there, like with the trigger warning and all the details. People, you want to spill the tea these days? It's in the court docs.
It really is. It really is. And I respect, bloggers and news sources and social media and what they do. But if you really want the facts, you have to look in the court documents, because some of the stuff that's floating out there about my clients, I'll be scrolling and I'm like, this is crazy, and this is weird, and this is not true.
Weird? Okay, so we're gonna save some of that. Yes. So y'all, because we're gonna get into some of her clients' tea after we get through going through.
We'll see, because we might have to come back on a different live. We might not pour out. We can't pour all the tea in one sitting.
You're right on that. You're right. We got to spread it out, right? Sprinkle it on them. Shout out to K Smith in the house, gifted 5 Fit Lawyer ATL memberships. Thank you so much, K Smith. If you got a Fit Lawyer ATL membership from K Smith, please thank him in the chat. Thank him. Is it a him or her? I don't know. With the K, probably a female. I don't know. But anyway, thank him in the chat if you got a Fit Lawyer ATL membership. Shout out. We are going to be doing a members only live soon, because guess what, y'all? I need help with the back of wall. I don't know what to put behind me, so I'm gonna let the members help me decide that. So, all right. So without further delay, we are going to get into these docs.